We got new music from Cody Johnson. We're going to teach you how to play it on guitar, Till You Can't. I'm going to show you two different ways to play it. I'll show you how to play it with the guitar tuned down a half step, which is, I believe, what he's doing. That's what it sounds like. And you can also play it in standard tuning by just capoing up a little bit, and I'll show you that way as well. So stick around, we're going to jump right into it. First, we'll show you the version in standard tuning. This is just standard tuned guitar here. We're going to capo up on the first fret. We're going to keep that capo up nice and close, try to eliminate any fret buzz on that. And what we're going to do is, on the intro in this version here, we're going to open with the C chord. And that's basically through the whole intro. And it doesn't do any chord changes until the vocals start. So you're going to start on that C chord. So you strum through the C chord. A minor 7, or you could do, you can do a full A minor too. A minor 7, it sounds like is what's going on there, and if you walk it down, it kind of just has a nice sound and a nice feel to it, and that's in a lot of songs. Some places you hear that walk down, some places you don't, so it's not totally necessary. But okay, so it's the C chord. Minor 7 to F. Back to the C. So one more time through. A minor 7 to the F. Till You Can't. On this one, we got the guitar tuned down a half step across the board, and then we drop tuned our top string, like a drop D tuning. But basically, you're going to drop tune the whole thing a half step, and then drop your top. So it's going to be a C sharp or a drop C sharp. You're going to start out with a D chord, and you actually leave the bottom string open. That rings throughout. You'll kind of hear it in there. You can play it with the full chords too, but it just sounds to me like that's what they're doing. So in the intro of the song, he's pretty much just picking through that D chord. So and then as it gets into the verse, basically you're going to go into the chord progression from there, which is going to be, you're going to start on that D and you're going to stick on that. Then it's going to go to a B minor. And then a G. And that's the G out of the drop tuning here. And if you're not familiar with that, I play it with my pinky up here, and then you just bar the bottom two. On this song, you can probably actually leave that bottom string ringing regardless, so you don't even have to necessarily bar those. You could probably just leave it up and let that ring. The main thing is you do want to make sure that you're muting this A string right here with this finger. So you can just strum the whole chord, and it doesn't make that sound. It doesn't give you that wrong note in there. That's not a note that works with this chord. So it goes through the D progression, B minor to the G. Now if you want it on that too, you don't necessarily have to drop tune that top string. You could just leave that top string half down too and play the G normal. The only thing is you're not going to get that full sound on that opening chord, so you're not going to get that low end to the chord, but you're still going to get the same sound, and it's still going to work for the song. So if you wanted to do it just with half step down on the guitar, you can also just do it like this. that's it for the half step down or the drop tune versions. In the bridge section, there is a part when it talks about saying the sorries, I love yous, because man, you never know. In the standard tune version, it's going to end on a G chord, and that's the only spot you're going to see that chord in the song. It's going to end on that G chord, and then it's going to go right back into the chorus, starting back on C. In the drop tune version, you're going kind of back and forth between the B minor, well, you do the D, B minor, and G, and then you just add in the A chord on that one. The A chord is what you end on, and that's just one time in the song as well. So when you get into that version, you'll understand what I'm saying. I show you the chord progression there. Just, you're going to end on the A chord in that version. On this version, you end on G on that bridge section, and it's only one time in the song. Other than that, it's on a loop, and you repeat that chord progression throughout. There's a couple different versions for you to figure out which one you like to play best. I tend to keep a lot of my guitars drop tune a half step anyway, and the reason I do that is just for songs that are drop tuned. I don't actually play songs a half step down, I just capo up from there. It just keeps me from tuning this guitar all the time. Just something that I do. It's not anything that you have to do, just something that I do. Yeah, this is a great song here from Cody Johnson. I'm a big Cody Johnson fan to begin with. I'm really a fan of his music. And I really like when he does these kind of more inspirational type stories in his songs, and he's got like this real kind of motivational vibe to it. He really does that almost better than anybody in music, especially in country music anyway. So definitely a song that hit home with me. I hope it did with you guys too. And if there's anything else I can help you with, please throw it down in the comments, and I'll do my best to circle around and help you guys. And until the next time, catch you down the road. The bars are all packed and everybody